Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, everyone? This video is gonna be a very video that I really want, very important video I want to talk about. I know it's dark. You don't see no background. You don't see anything. This is a very important video that I need to explain. All right. As you may have known, I'm a huge fan of Vrchat. You see my videos. I play Vrchat a lot. Uh, I play Vrchat a lot, and basically, it's one of the most funnest games I ever played. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is why Vrchat needs to raise the 18 plus up. Because what this story I'm about to tell you is, this is why people in Vrchat need to be very careful what they do in the game. Because sick people in this game that I'm about to talk about. I'm not gonna give out any names who this dude is. But this is a very important story I need to tell you guys because Vrchat is very dangerous. You don't know who these people are. You don't know they're a sick idiot. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna try to curse, but mostly I'm gonna say idiot. They're disgusting people in Vrchat that I've ever seen. And I'll roll this up just a little bit. And I'll roll down this window a little bit. And I just need to tell you guys something that this is very important. As a guy that plays Vrchat, that drums, I do drumming. I'm a musician. I play Vrchat to drum to my music and all that kind of stuff. I also meet a lot of good friends in Vrchat. But this is the most important thing. You gotta be careful who your friends are in this game. Let's get to the story. So, I met a friend in Vrchat that was a brony. All right? You guys know what bronies are. Guys are like men, grown men that like My Little Pony. And I'm a fan of the show too, but I just like to talk about my stories and just people that I met so many good people in Vrchat that's into the show. Well, this one dude, I'm not gonna mention his name because I need to talk about this. At first, he seemed like a really good person. He was nice. He wasn't that bad. We had the same thing in common. He was a grown man. Like this dude, I think he was like 30 something years old. Like I could tell he was because of the way his voice was. But he basically we had the same thing in common. We liked the show. We liked talking about things. We went to the worlds and just goofed off. We were in different I was in. I'm not gonna mention the ponies' names because of reasons in this video. But um anyway, so as I'm playing Vrchat with this for the past couple of days, this dude was really nice. He had other friends too that built that made worlds. We hung out there. We shot pool in the virtual worlds. We talked a lot, and we had a great time. But then one day, yeah, you may have known I'm a huge Ozzy Osbourne fan. All right. For the past couple months, I I really didn't see this dude that much. I only saw him like every once in a while. He popped up, talked to him. Well, July last year, Ozzy Osbourne passed away. And I wanted to make a video in this particular world because there wasn't that many people in that world. So I was like, you know what? I'll go. Because this is before I forgot I could make my worlds private. I didn't know how to do that back then. So I went to the world. I think there was only one person in that world. I was actually going in that world just to go in the corner and talk about Ozzy Osbourne passed away. How Ozzy, you know it like Ozzy. This is not about Ozzy Osbourne. This is about what happened in Vrchat. What happened was this brony that I was friends with in the game. How can I say this without YouTube getting strict? Let's just say he was um, a disgusting person. And let's just say I heard some voices that in the game are, let's just say squeakers, okay? Squeakers. You know what squeakers are. And this dude, I recognized as my friend. He was my friend, not anymore. I blocked him. Not friends with him anymore. Let's just say he was doing disgusting stuff. Saying things that he shouldn't say. Pretending to VR date these squeakers. And saying stuff that he wasn't meant to do. A grown-ass man. Mind you, a grown-ass man in Vrchat saying this shit. And when I saw this as a dude in a My Little Pony avatar saying this disgusting crap, I was very upset. I'm a guy that if you describe the fandom, I'm the one that's going to come after you. And believe me, I was pissed. I was recording my Ozzy Osbourne video. I was getting ready to hit record, and I just started recording in the Vrchat video. I was recording, talking about Ozzy, and then that's when I heard my friends start saying me disgusting stuff. And I was pissed. So I kept it rolling. I followed him. Walked around the whole game. Following this dude. And it's not like I was doing anything wrong. I was just walking around and I just left it recording. I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. And I do have proof, but but I'm just an innocent person in Vrchat that just plays the drums and I just caught something in the act. And that's what happened. I was doing a video talking about Ozzy Osbourne's death. And I called this in the act. So as I'm recording, I'm walking around and he's still saying disgusting stuff. He's constantly saying things that he does this, he does that. He's like, oh, you are ERP and all this crap. And that's when I was about to freaking blow. At this point, this is probably the first one of the worst things I've ever experienced in Vrchat. Besides the zoos because there's zoos in here too. I'm not gonna say zoo, whatever. There's zoos in this platform too. I ran into one of them too, and that's if you want to hear that story, maybe I'll help with that one. But so I'm following this dude, and of course, I'm just my own business. I'm just watching. I'm sitting from afar in the game, just watching. I had to leave the world because I was gonna blow. I was getting really angry. All right. When it comes to the My Little Pony community or the brony community, I'm a guy that loves to defend the fandom much as I can. With bad actors like this, they should be locked up in jail. Anyway, so after that incident, um, I made a video, and the video wasn't that good. You probably saw it. I'm not gonna give out the title because reasons, but um, in the video it got like 775 views. It was just it wasn't even a good video. It was just me walking around following this weirdo in Vrchat. This weirdo brony in Vrchat. As I'm doing this, um, the video was up for a while. So I go, so one day, and you gotta think, I go to public worlds to drum. I'm a drummer. So one day I decided to go on Vrchat. This is like 4 or 5 months ago. Because the video was up for like 3 or 4 months. I decided to go to the world. Um, I think it was one of the furry worlds, the popular one. I'm not gonna mention the name of the furry world, all right? But I went to that furry world and I was drumming away, talking, and then one of my friends asked me about motorcycles and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, I love motorcycles, choppers, old cars, anything vintage. We were just talking about old cars. Normal people, normal liking hobbies. Well, I, pardon my language, I shit you not. Bad luck hit me. He was in there. He said my name, my username in the game. I heard it yell it. And he says, you made a video on me. Like really loud. At that point, I was like a deer in the headlights. I recognized his voice. I heard it. And it scared me. So bad that I actually had a panic attack in VR. A panic attack is basically you can't breathe. You're having breathing problems. Because I have trouble breathing. I don't have a lot of breathing problems, but I do have breathing problems a little bit. But when he started saying stuff that all this, all that, I'm not going to say what he said. Let's just say it was stuff that scared the hell out of me. All right? Because he got mad at the video. And honestly, the video wasn't even that good. It was just garbage. Long story short, I erased the video. I took it down. I unfriended him, completely blocked him, and never heard from him again. I know I'm not gonna give out a lot of things on this dude, but this is why Vrchat needs to do something now with the age stuff. I would get verified, but that's not going to do no good. Even getting verified in Vrchat, I don't trust Persona because they got, I don't trust Persona. But anyone that plays Vrchat, you need to be very careful. There's some sick people. There's some sick people out there in Vrchat. I'm a guy that's pretty strong. I'm a pretty strong built dude. I'm a guy that is pretty muscular. I'm a very strong dude that has a life besides playing Vrchat. I'm always active. I'm always swimming, and I'm a very I'm a very active dude. Some people think that people that play VR chat have no life. They just sit inside, they do nothing all day. I'm a very active guy. I'm a very strong dude. But like I said, this is a warning to you guys. Be careful who your friends are in VR chat because you don't know who these people are. And this one person that I ran into in VR chat, he is a freak and a disgusting person. I am a guy that just plays the drums in VR chat as a musician and loves to talk to people that like the things I like. I don't want to start shit. You know, like I said, guys, this is why you need to be very, very careful. If you're a younger player playing VR chat, my advice to you, just get off the damn game, please. I don't want people to fall in the same issue that I was in, especially if they're a younger player. My advice, just get off the game. Go play a different game. It is very, very dangerous to play VR chat, and I don't see this game getting better. I see it getting worse. And all I can say is stay safe. Be careful who your friends are. If they do anything weird, block them. Leave them. But yeah. All right. I'm going to wrap this video up saying I'm okay, but this is a warning video. If you guys want to hear more stories about VR chat, the crazy stuff I went through, I'll let you guys know. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear more stories. But yeah. Advice to you guys out there that make videos in VR chat. Be careful. All right. Peace.